Hello fellow perambulators. Today we're in the very pretty but seemingly unextraordinary English town of East Grinstead, and we're going to find out maybe just why it's been named the weirdest in Britain. Now look around you, some of these buildings go back to the medieval period. Where you get a long history, well, you get lots of opportunities for ghosts and all sorts of things weird. Stay with us, find out why Tom Cruise spent 3 million quid on a home here. Also completely special about the high street. And just who is it that prowls the woodlands at night? Stay tuned. I really think you're going to like this one. I'm starting here at Sackville College. Now, of course, things can't be as they seem, can it? So it's not a college in the way that you think of it, like going to school, building for students. No. College really refers to a group of people coming together with a common purpose. That's purpose, not porpoise. And it was set up as a charitable institution to help the less fortunate, perhaps like yourselves. But now there are elderly residents living here. Oh, incidentally, John Mason Neale, yes, he, the real one, lived here. Right, what did he do? Well, he wrote Good King Wenceslas. Bit of extra info for you. What do you call someone who writes hymns? A hymnologist. Pretty good. Now the college happens to be situated, by the way, on one of the highest points in East Grinstead. You've got views of Ashdown Forest. Now to some of you, that might ring a bell. Poo sticks? No, not talking about something that happens after a curry. No. Pooh Sticks Bridge, where Winnie the Pooh and Piglet played a little game with sticks. That's right, because lots of the locations in Winnie the Pooh are actually based in places in Ashdown Forest. The enchanted place, the homes of Pooh, Piglet and Owl, all absolutely real. Now here we come to St Swithin's Church, founded in the 11th century. It's 1,000 years ago. And it looks idyllic. It looks so peaceful, doesn't it? And yet, maybe surprised to know that there are 3 stones somewhere here near the entrance to the church, and they mark where the ashes of 3 martyrs were buried. So this is Anne Tree, Thomas Dungate, and John Foreman. They were burned as martyrs in 1556 for refusing to renounce their Protestant faith. This was during the reign of Queen Mary I. Doesn't make it feel so nice, does it, really? But here, on a sunny day, it's beautiful, it's bright, it seems very genteel. Now, East Grinstead has been a real melting pot of faiths and religions over the years. As we're walking around, it's worth thinking too that the Mormon church also has a location not too far away from here. And one thing that's very unusual about their church here in particular is that it moves 17 inches to the north every second Thursday of the month. So if you come here then, you might get to see it very slowly move across the ground. In other news, I've also got a bridge to tell you, which basically means no, I kind of made that up. And you've also got the Rosicrucians, though. That was a mystical philosophical order. They've got a presence too in nearby Greenwood Gate. There are pagan and occult groups about too. So it's said to be, if you go out at night, well, surrounding woodlands are often known to be frequented by Druids, Pagans, Wiccans, even Satanists. So watch out. You never know who you're going to bump into in the midst of night. Of course, one could ask, what are you doing in the middle of the forest at midnight? Who knows? The town centre, High Street, is a conservation area. And a high street has over 80 14th century timber framed listed buildings, but one of these is on the right here. And we'll be walking down there in a moment, and you'll see that the original medieval town plan is still evident. So the idea is you have a big wide high street, so you can have markets and fairs, you can bring all your animals down. There's a couple of other things too that are unusual about the high street. The first one is that it lies on the Greenwich Meridian. That's right, so that's the line where we basically say GMT, Greenwich Mean Time, starts. Something else also, it apparently lays on a ley line. Do you see what I did there? Lays on a ley line? Anyway, and what's a ley line? In old tradition, a ley line is an invisible line of power or energy that runs through the ground, through the landscape. And I guess people used to use that to draw energy for magic or miracles, etc. And some people say then, is that why there's so many religious groups drawn here? Is that why it seems to be such a nexus? Who knows? So down here we've got Sackville House. Again, there we are. Built in 1920. Same family who built Sackville College. And Sackville, does that ring a name? Sackville Baggins, Lobelia Sackville Baggins. Well, if you're a Hobbit fan, Lord of the Rings fan, you'll recognise that name. Not that it's anything to that family, but who knows, maybe it was an inspiration. Dorset Arms here. That used to be called the Cat and the Ounce. And that refers, I think, to the leopards on the Sackville coat of arms. Got some leopards. Talked about Tom Cruise earlier. Well, this is the UK and former world headquarters of the Church of Scientology. It's located in St Hill Manor, just down the road. And L. Ron Hubbard, he that founded it, he was, I have to say, in my opinion, not a very good science fiction writer. He turned his hand instead to building his own religion. He lived in the town from, I think, 59 to 67. Now, it was in 2006, Tom Cruise brought a sprawling mansion here for about £3 million. Again, for this very reason, because apart from being a fine actor, he's also a very prominent member and proponent of the church. And the property, well, it's huge, 11,000 square foot, had 6 bedrooms, a cinema, gym, outdoor swimming pool, tennis court. Great. It was sold, by the way, 10 years later, 2016, to Peter Andre. Yes, that's right. He of Katie Price fame. Peter Andre, $5 million. Now, other famous people have made their homes around here. Adele, I believe she's got somewhere. And John Travolta, probably another very famous American actor and proponent too of the Church of Scientology. They have homes here. And in fact, during COVID, Tom Cruise was seen in the area quite a lot, so he spent a lot of his COVID time here. And it's believed that he's going to make his home here at some point. He's looking for a property. So a lot of these buildings here are going to be pretty old, 500, 600 years old. Down here, so we stopped at the East Grinstead bookshop earlier, which we'll come out to. So you see these guys, these people outside. So basically you can come out here and play chess, etc. Oh, they're looking very serious. Hello, how you doing? Really nice bookshop, very friendly. There's more tables upstairs, more chess tables. Mad Dogs down here. This is where we stopped earlier for a coffee. Just coming out to it in a minute. So it's a nice street, isn't it? So here we are, Mad Dogs. And again, look at the buildings. Again, there's like 80 of them. It's so old. Minimum 500-600 years each. a little look inside. Here's Judge's Terrace, gets its name as it was the site of the old courthouse. And here, pretty famous, Clarendon House again. Another one's over 500 years old. Oh, amazing, isn't it? I think it was built as the headquarters of the Fraternity of St. Catherine. It's a religious and philanthropic organisation. Later, it became an inn. So, good use. It was called the George, and I think it ran as a pub for about 100 years. We're crossing here though, because we're going to head down the High Street, which is a little bit more modern. What's quite interesting actually is, as we go down the High Street, you'll look at the sort of more modern facades, but the gardens behind the houses on the south side, the gardens behind them are known as portlands. Originally designed to allow households to be self-sufficient, so they could have pigs, poultry, vegetable gardens, etc. Some of these gardens are huge, by the way. They go back like 630, 40 feet. Pretty long. We talked about its history, its long history, so therefore, of course, there's quite a few ghost stories around this area. Just going across the road. So St. Michael's School. Now St. Michael's School. So apparently there's a spirit of a nun, and she's got sort of flowing ashen hair and a rather evil appearance. This ghost has been reported to brush past individuals in the corridors. Ugh. Got the old cinema. Apparently the former manager's ghost has been spotted in the old cinema along King Street, dressed in evening attire, wandering through various parts of the building. Got the Fox Public House. So that apparently has a little bit of poltergeist activity. Yeah. So, and I think they even had on CCTV a little incident. There was a pint glass in it, just shattered on its own in the room. No one else there. And chairs are moved without explanation. Got Ashdown House 2, so once a year, footfalls are heard coming down the stairs. I'm not sure why it's just once a year, and is it the same date every year? I don't know. Anyone knows the answer? Just let us know. Now here is the Carlo Cafe Bar. I think we're going to have a little stop here. So I hope you enjoyed that. Hope you enjoyed a little mooch around East Grinstead. Take care. Hope to see you on the next one. Bye for now.